Hello, everybody.
So, the last Empress has finally come to an end with 52 episodes.
Over. We watched 52 full episodes. Like, we didn't cheat. We didn't, skip around. No, we watched all 52 episodes. It was actually supposed to be 48. And they extended it, which is the first time that I've ever seen that.
He ever experienced that.
In Korean dramas.
We experience it all the time, extensions, which is great. But let's see. So there is going to be 2 parts for this review because there's a lot going on, and so we actually want to cover everything and pretty much give out the review of everything of what's going on in the drama, what actually happened, and then in part 2, at the end of part 2, we'll probably pick out some of our favorite scenes from the drama. So yeah, do join us for this one, and part 2 will be coming out. So I'm going to start off with recapping kind of like the synopsis and the characters for you guys first, and then we'll jump into reviewing it. We start off with Jang Nara. She plays Oh Sunny. She is a musical actress who is bright and cheerful, and she becomes the Empress overnight. She marries the Emperor. And in the palace, she gets thrown into this problem, and she tries to uncover the truth and realize how corrupted the imperial family is. And then we get Choi Jin-hyuk. He plays Na Wang-shi / Chen Woo-bin. He becomes a bodyguard for the imperial family, but he's seeking for revenge. He starts off as Na Won-shik, and he also starts off being played by Tae Kang-ho, and he later on changes to Choi Jin-hyuk, and he switches over to Chun Woo-bin. And then we get Shin Sun-ruk playing the Emperor Ahjuxue, and he is a powerful ruler. He's talented and he has a pleasant appearance, but he has a very ugly personality and more things about him. And then we have Elijah playing Miura. She is the imperial. At first, she starts off as the imperial head secretary, and she's also the most trusted by the emperor and also his mistress / lover on the side. And next, we also get Shin Eun-kyung. She plays the Empress Dawager Kang, which is also the Empress' mom, Ahjuxue's mom. She is a very powerful woman, and she's not afraid of anything.
Very evil.
Yeah. And then we get Oh Sung-yoon as the Crown Prince In-yoon, also known as Vincent Lee. So he is the younger brother to Ahjuxue, and he due to his disgusting imperial family, he leaves them, and he starts revealing secrets about them through the book called The Last Mrs. Spencer. And then last, who also gets introduced to us and slowly starts to play throughout the drama, is Yoon Sung-yi. She plays So Kang-hee. She is the nanny to Princess Ari, and she is also the best friend of the latest Empress, the first Empress, and she has a side love with the Emperor. Therefore, she has Ari, and she hopes to make Ari the only Empress of the imperial family.
Right. She's also very evil and conniving, and she is kind of like a 1B main villain, whereas the mom is the 1A main villain.
Yeah. So we do have a lot of characters throughout the dramas, but we will introduce them as we do the review. So these are just the main people we kind of focus on for. Basically, they're kind of like the main one for the drama. So this drama in the synopsis, it sets out in this imperial family in the 2018 and 2019, and this musical actress, obviously she falls in love with the empress. She becomes his empress, and throughout that she seeks to find happiness and true love in the palace, but she ends up entangled with the murder of the empress' grandmother. So this drama starts us off with the scene that happens in the palace with an empress corpse body found, and it says this place takes a year later, and so in the body they found, there's a sapphire necklace with it, and it is stated that in the imperial family, this sapphire necklace is passed down from empress to empress, and it shows us Oh Sunny wearing it. So, and then it rewinds us back to a year ago before that scene happens, and that's when it starts. So for the first 6 episodes, it introduced us all to our main characters: the Emperor, Miura, his mother, Sunny, and also Namwangshi, who is just this random guy got entangled with them.
Yes.
And so it introduces us to how
he was still chubby.
yeah, and it introduces to how just disgusting the imperial family is. Like, they threaten reporters to only write good things about themselves, and but they do that because they are really, really disgusting and bad inside the palace. Like, we get to see the emperor. He plays around. He's a playboy. He fools around, and with his fooling around, he ends up driving his car into Nawangshi's mom and killing him. And he covers it up by using Old Sunny. Old Sunny is she's at this point, she's a really low musical actress, and she is a huge fangirl of the emperor. She's so in love with him. So with Minura realizing that Old Sunny is like a big fan of the emperor, she uses her as the alibi for the emperor and covering up the death of Nawangshi's mom. And by doing so, like, it got Old Sunny thinking that the emperor is in love with her, and the emperor constantly comes to see her too, and so just to cover everything up about what he's done and everything like that, and it got her to think that he really likes her.
Yeah, he's just faking.
Yeah,
he's totally lying to her.
And on the side, Miura is trying to kill Namwangshi because Namwangshi is coming after the emperor, and she needs the emperor alive. And so, she's trying to get the emperor to trust her. So she does everything to try to kill Namwangshi, which they do. They kind of do. They get a bullet stuck in his head. He falls off the bridge, and he falls into the river, and he gets saved by I think it's Pol Pek-hyun or something like that, and he ends up training Namwangshi, and Namwangshi starts off being the chubby guy, and then that's when he switches over being trained, and he switches over to Choi Jin-hyuk, and then that's when he's given the new identity of Chomu Bin, and he gets trained, and he gets ready to enter the palace to become the emperor's best bodyguard. So therefore, by passing it, he stays in the palace, and he gets to get his revenge.
Yes. The Pyong Pek-ho, whatever his name is, he has like his own agency. So through that he trains Choi Jin-hyuk to become this super duper like good fighter and this super duper good bodyguard, because obviously Pek-ho used to be the chief guard inside of the imperial family.
And we also find out that he is the father of the latest empress.
Yes, so that's how he kind of ties into the story, is that he wants revenge. He wants to find out the truth about what happened to his daughter, and he wants to help Choi Jin-hyuk get Choi Jin-hyuk's revenge on the imperial family for killing Choi Jin-hyuk's mom.
So, fast forward, Sunny is already married to the emperor, but he tries to kill her, and then there's Miura trying to get the, emperor to not love the empress, and, all these little things happen, but the old Sunny wins the grandma's love, and the grandma loves her dearly, but
she kind of won her love
instantly.
Before the marriage,
yeah.
The grandmother
loved her
was in her disguise so that she can go out into the public, and she actually ran into Osani, and so she kind of knew about who Osani was.
Yeah. So with all that, the grandma finds out that Miura and the emperor is having an affair on the side, so it upsets the grandma. She wants, and the death of his past wife, the latest empress, also gets revealed that she didn't die of cardiac arrest. A lot of things happens. Therefore, the grandma chooses to dethrone Hyuk and investigate into all these again. By doing that, making that decision, it upset Hyuk, it upset the mom and Miura, because it kind of ruins everything for them. And then Osani finds the grandma dead the next morning.
Yes.
That's when all these problems starts, and they start investigating in who is behind the grandma's death.
Right. Along with that, she is also trying to she obviously learns about the affair between the emperor and Minyura, and so she realizes that the emperor had been using her this whole time. Then through Choi Jin-hyuk and through Baekho, she kind of learns that she was the alibi for him during the night that Choi Jin-hyuk's mom got ran over and killed. So it really starts to make this whole thing overlap of that the imperial family, they have so many dark secrets, and Oh Sunny's kind of at the center of this whole story. She also finds out that it was because of him that her mom died years ago. He got into an accident in his motorcycle, and his blood is rare. And her mom and Hyuk, the emperor, they both have the same blood type. So the Empress Dowager, she forced the doctor to give the blood to the emperor, and in return, Oh Sunny's mom died.
Yeah.
And so Oh Sunny kind of learns that too, and it makes her hate him even more.
Yeah. So, with all these things happening, we get introduced to Vincent Lee. He comes back and he published his book, and we find out that Vincent Lee is Yoon. He's the crown prince, and by writing this book, he's trying to reveal what happened to the previous empress, how she died.
Yes.
And so it causes conflict and everything. And in order for him to publish book 2 and actually revealed everything, he needs to hide his secret. Therefore, he gets entangled with Oh Hello, which is Sunny's younger sister.
Yes.
And then we also get introduced to other side character, which is Princess Sojin. So in the beginning, we find out that Princess Sojin is the mother to Princess Ari, and then throughout the drama, we find out Sojin is not the mother to Ari.
Right.
So the nanny So Kang-hee is actually the mother to Princess Ari, but they covered it up by having Sojin be Ari's mom. And eventually Ari found out the truth that Sojin is not her mom, and she is actually the only heir left to the emperor. Oh Sunny takes her in and takes care of her, but it gets revealed. She finds out the truth that her mom was actually the nanny, and all this stuff like that. So all that happens in between.
Right, and during all this time, and initially the emperor Hyuk, he didn't like Oh Sunny, but over time he develops feelings for her and he starts to love her. So he tries to, at first he tried to kill her, but then he realizes that she reminds him a lot of his ex-wife who passed away. And so he starts to have a lot of regret about doing those things to her, and he falls in love with her and tries to protect her. But he still has that mindset of that I must protect my family's name first. So it just goes on and creates more conflict between him and Sunny and him and his mom.
Yeah. So by the time it hits like episode 30, around there, the 30s, we get already Namwakshi and Oh Sunny working together.
Yes.
And they are, she already knows that, the emperor killed Namwakshi's mom, and Namwakshi is using Chobobin as a cover, and they are collecting information and all these stuff like that. And let's see, what else?
She also learns about the truth behind Vincent Lee by Yoon's books. Mm-hmm. She learns that Yoon's books are an account of what happened to, especially in part 1, is an account of what happens to Princess Sohyun?
Who's Sohyun?
The Empress, the Princess Empress.
the last
Empress.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote it to expose the truth. So she learns about that and she reads it, and so she starts working with Yoon, who they all start working together. Her, Yoon, Choi Jin-hyuk as Cho Woo-bin, and Baekho, they all work together to try to expose the truth about what happened to the former Empress. While the mom and the nanny, they try to cover it up. But during this time, the grandmother had already passed away.
Yeah, the grandma passed long ago in the beginning, and so it still revolves around trying to figure out who is behind her death.
Yes.
Ends up opening so much secrets.
Yeah, it opens
So-
like 30 doors.
Yeah, it opens so much, and like they're constantly hiding everything, and like Sunny realizes that like the Emperor he's a coward. He
Yeah.
can't do anything. He's a puppet to his mother, and
Right.
she hates that about him. And she's like, pretty much in a way, she's indirectly saying to him like, man up. Come on, you're the Emperor.
Because there are times in the drama in which he shows that he actually wants to take responsibility, wants to be himself and do what he wants to do. But then the moment he does that, like all the mom has to do is tell him that I'm what I did it for you, and that immediately like makes him revert back to his puppet mode of yes, mother.
By the time we hit episode 36, like Mingyura, she was already like, the Emperor already abandoned her, and like he like burned her in the car, but like it's just to torture her, and he ended up like locking her at like this abandoned imperial family hospital, whatever, and they're just kind of like torturing her and everything like that. And eventually the mom finds out, and the mom brings her back, and they're trying to find out who Nawashi is, and Sunny is helping covering his identity. And then in the meantime, Yoon's identity also gets revealed that he was Vincent Lee, and
Which they force him.
Yeah, which they forced him by using Oh Hello, and so
Because he's in love with her.
he's in love with Hello, and so he puts it like his family is pissed at him, and like, why did he do that? He goes, because I witnessed him pushing my sister-in-law into the water, leaving her, and then later also finding out that my mom and you said that she died of cardiac arrest.
So he saw the cover up.
Yeah, he saw the cover up and everything, and then so he's all like, and then so they're like, you can't prove any of that, and he's all like, yes I can, because I hid her body in the Empress chamber. So the cremated box you have, it's nothing. Yeah, so Yoon does that, and they dig into it, and we get revealed to who Kang Jung-sung is. Kang Jung-sung is the bodyguard to the latest Empress, and they were trying to uncover some truth, some secrets of the mom, and by doing so, that causes the two of them to pretty much die and go through problems like this.
They stumbled upon it by accident, not because they were snooping around looking for reasons, but they accidentally discovered the secret that the mom had been doing, which we'll tell you guys later.
Yeah.
But because of that, the mom fabricated a story to kill both of them.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that Hyuk got her pregnant, and like he idiotically believed that it wasn't his child.
Yeah, because at the same time, the Empress was pregnant with twins, and we also get to find out that Mingyura was in love with Kang Jung-sung, and Dong-shik, which is lie that is Nawashi's brother, is actually Mingyura and Kang Jung-suk's son.
Yeah.
So
they were engaged.
Yeah, they were engaged. They were going to get married, but he disappeared, and she couldn't find him anymore. That was her reason why she abandoned Dong-shik and gave it to Nawashi's family, and she came into the palace. She was going to destroy them and bring them down.
Yes.
That's like explains everything of what she was doing in the first place, of seducing the emperor and all this stuff like that.
She wanted to take everything that they had away from them and then expose them.
Yeah. So we will leave you guys off with that for the first part of the Empress, the last Empress review, and continue on with part 2. As you guys can see, there's much.
A lot to cover.
And it's not like, we want to do a short review. By doing a short review, it doesn't give you anything of what actually happened, because there's just so much, and everything is tying, as you guys can see, of how like we start off with like Mingyura, we think she's the bad girl, but now like what was her purpose behind it, and all these stuff like that.
Yeah, this drama definitely is a drama of intertwining webs, because you have many of the endpoints being the characters, and literally all their stories and reasons intertwine with each other. And you guys will actually, I mean, you know, in part 2 we'll even explain how even the Empress Dowager, how she intertwines with the main characters as well. So there's so much that this drama shows, and there's so much we want to talk about, but you know, we don't, if we do it, then it's gonna be extremely long.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll end it here, and then we will see you guys for part 2, so do look forward to that.
alright guys.